710 ESPN Seattle presents Bob and Groz's One More Thing.
Powered by the law offices of Heidi Hunt.
Fearless Friday picks. I'm ready.
What the hell was that?
It was my twinge of excitement, Rockstar Bob.
Wow.
We got some big time games for this sucker. Man.
All right.
The two pro games I picked. Obviously, we got to pick the Seahawks game, and the other one is the big NFC playoff game. And both of them, as you've come to learn in your novice gambling ways,
Oh man.
both of them are basically push-em games. The Seahawks are playing Arizona in Arizona, and the Cardinals are a 3-point favorite.
Cardinals are a 3-point favorite at home. I'm going to take the Seahawks in this one. You and I talked about it on the air. I think a young team like the Seahawks, this means much more to them to go 8-8. I think it is a much bigger deal for them to end the season on a high note. Both teams are playing for nothing in terms of postseason, so it's a more veteran team. It's not an old team in Arizona, but they're a more veteran team than the Seahawks. I just think it's a much bigger deal. I get the sense that Pete Carroll is really driving that point home when you hear him talk, and I haven't heard much of what Ken Wisenhunt has had to say in Arizona, but I will lean toward the Seahawks with that one.
I know Wisenhunt's feeling good about his defense, but I like the young idea. I like the idea that the team is young and is playing harder and has more on the line, and that will eventually propel them against an Arizona team that's got a bunch of holdovers from the Super Bowl team and realizes that 8-8 is no great shakes. They're not necessarily building towards anything there, so I do like the Hawks in that one too. My beloved Dallas Cowboys against the New York Football Giants.
You're Cowboys.
This is a playoff game. It's not a play-in game. This is the first playoff game of the postseason. The winner gets to go on. The loser goes home. The Giants at home are a 3-point favorite.
I'm going to take Eli Manning and the Giants.
Rat bastard.
Listen, to me, this is a toss-up. You flip a coin, you could be right. I don't know. Tony Romo, I'm questioning how healthy that hand is going to be.
You're saying the coaster's going down?
Well, it's always a coaster with him. We know that. I think he's actually had a much better season than people have given him credit for because he had so many loud mistakes early against the Jets and teams like that. But I'm wondering how healthy the hand is. That's his throwing hand. He smacked on the helmet previously, so I'm wondering how much that may impact what we see. And I just think the Giants, I think, Eli Manning, again, there's something about that guy. He tends to come through. It's never spectacular for 3 quarters, and then, or it's usually not spectacular for 3 quarters. In the fourth quarter, somehow he finds a way to get it done. I'm just gonna go with Eli over Tony in this one.
Well, if they want Tom Coughlin to stay, they'll win. If they want him to go, they'll lose. I don't know that it'll necessarily come down that way. I think either one of these teams, by the way, who've both been wildly inconsistent this year, are serious threats if they get to the postseason, if they're capable of playing at their best. I think at their best, the Giants are good. I mean, they got talent all over the field. If the Cowboys can play at their best, same thing. They bring a ferocious pass rush in. They got an offense that can function on all cylinders. I've got to do the hometown pick, though. My team beckons me and insists that I pick them.
And you're getting 3 points, right?
And I'm getting 3 points, too, so I'll take the Cowboys. How about the Rose Bowl? That one, because we're not going to be back till Tuesday, so I thought we'd look at some of the big bowl games, and we got 2 of them here. Let's go with the Rose Bowl. Oregon, a 6.5-point favorite over Wisconsin.
I will take that.
I
will take Oregon.
Okay, you think Oregon? I actually want to go with Wisconsin in this one.
Really?
Oregon is in this environment, in the Rose Bowl. I mean, maybe it's just thinking about type too much. The Pac-12 is 1-7 in the last 8. They don't necessarily play well in it. I know Wisconsin's coming in with a fairly big injury or 2, but I just like how they play. I mean, they're a big physical team, but they can actually score a lot of points as well. I'm for no reason, but I feel like going for the upset.
Boy, I just think Oregon is a team that
they're overwhelming.
We saw a version of it in Baylor. You see a team that plays very fast, and they get a lot of possessions. They're explosive.
Wisconsin's got a better defense than the Huskies.
I find that tough to believe.
I don't think you do. I think you find that easy to believe.
I'm going to go with Oregon in that offense.
Right.
I think it's tough to bet against them, especially in some good weather out there. I think it favors them, so I will take the Ducks.
Fiesta Bowl. Andrew Luck and Stanford. Now, RG3's Baylor team won. He was fine. He wasn't overwhelming.
He was better than fine. Come on.
He was good, but I mean, he wasn't overwhelmingly great. He didn't have an incredible showcase game. He wasn't bad.
Didn't have to be.
No, right. They ran for 486 yards. Andrew Luck is in almost the same kind of game. I mean, they're playing Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State can score with the best of them, better than Baylor, even for that matter. Oklahoma State is a 3.5-point favorite.
Oh, boy. You go first.
Such a tough call in this one, but I think this game is, in fact, going to be a lot like the game that we saw between Washington and Baylor. It won't be as high scoring because I think Luck probably has a little more ability in controlling the tempo a little bit. They want to play physical with their 3 tight end offense anyway, so I don't know that they'll be caught up in playing that pace, but Oklahoma State is all about that kind of pace and scoring even more than Baylor does. They're going to want to put the pedal to the metal big time. I think this is going to be a terrific game. The over-under for this one, by the way, 74.5.
So no faith in either one of those defenses.
Not much, not against these offenses. I think of the 2 defenses, Stanford's got the better of the 2, so I like the Cardinal.
All right, I'll take Oklahoma State and then an explosive offense that I think you were talking about in the beginning of the season, weren't you? Were you talking about this team?
Yeah, well, they had one of those early games that just blew you away. I didn't realize they had a 35-year-old quarterback. Actually, it's like 28. But yeah, that game, I remember Baylor playing TCU at the start of the season, too. It was 50-48.
I'm going to take that sage, wise, old quarterback and that explosive offense. I'll go with Oklahoma State.
Enjoy your New Year's.